and how is everyone doing today? In today's video, I am very excited to finally make the video on my absolute favorite dessert, tiramisu. And if you are wondering, now that's how I pronounce it, but if you're wondering what tiramisu is, it is an Italian dessert. It is coffee based, so there is a hint of coffee, a hint of sweet. If you like both of those types of things together, you're going to absolutely love this dessert. So this empty nester is having my daughter and niece come to stay tonight. This is the dessert that Haidyn also loves, and she requested this dessert for tonight. We're going to be making homemade pizza and tiramisu for desserts, and then we're also going to make, it's like a knockoff of Burt's Bees chapstick. So we're going to be doing all three of those things tonight, but in this video, we're just focusing on the tiramisu. So I got this recipe originally online. It was called the Lazy Girl Tiramisu. I kind of tweaked it a little bit, and unfortunately, I don't have one of the ingredients, and we're going to kind of swap it out with something else. I've made this dessert several times with the original recipe, so we'll just see how it works out with the swap out. I'm going to go ahead and show you my version of my ultimate favorite dessert. So we're going to go ahead and start with 2 cups of heavy whipping cream. 1, oh, perfect. 2, and then we're going to add 8 ounces of cream cheese. Now, normally in this recipe, this is the swap out that I'm talking about. Normally I add mascarpone cheese, and we couldn't find it at the store. We're just gonna go ahead and add the 8 ounces of cream cheese. And I'll let you know with this swap out if it tastes any different, or if it tastes the same, or just as good, or not as good at the end. I have 1/3 cup of sugar. I'm gonna add about 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract. This is my homemade vanilla extract. I have a video on how I make that as well. I'm gonna continue mixing this until stiff peaks form. All right, so let's see how that looks. That looks pretty stiff to me. Looking good, okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and set this aside for a second. And then what we're going to do is I went ahead and I brewed. Now usually they recommend espresso, but I love the flavor of this type of coffee. This is the type of coffee that I use. I recommend any kind of coffee that you love the flavor of. That's what you're going to want to use. I happen to be using a butter toffee coffee from Gloria Jeans. So I have, this is 16 ounces, so 2 cups worth of that. And then I'm going to add Kahlua to this as well. We're going to do a 1/4 cup. And like I said, this is my version of a lazy tiramisu. So now that that's mixed up, what I am going to do is, let me kind of get this cleared away a little bit. I have some lady fingers. Now, I did buy this off of Amazon. I'm sure you can buy them at some of your more like specialty stores, or stores that they might get from like other countries. This one happens to be made in Italy. So I'm going to go ahead and get this open, because what I'm going to do, make sure this is cooled off enough, because you don't want to burn your fingers. Make sure your hands are clean as well. I will show you how I put this together. I have right here, it's like an 8x8. I'm just going to take each one of these cookies. I'm just going to dip it quickly and just place it in the dish. And I'm going to continue doing this until I form a bottom layer. So I went ahead and just broke this cookie in half, and I am going to place it in this area here. And then I'm going to take my fluffy mixture. I'm going to take about half of this and then smooth it all out, covering the lady fingers that have been dipped in that coffee Kahlua mix. And I'm going to repeat the process. Here we go. I'm going to go back and dip those lady fingers Yeah, I've tried this. The first time I ever tried the dessert, actually the first time I ever heard of the dessert was when I watched the movie Sleepless in Seattle. I don't know if any of you have seen that movie or not. It came out, I want to say it was sometime in the either 80s or 90s. And that was with Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan. And I remember the part of the movie where Tom's in in a bar with his friend, and I guess his wife had passed away, and his friend's telling him, like, it's time for you to get out and move on. And Tom's asking questions like, well, I don't even know what to do. It's been so many years, And his friend says,
Tiramisu.
What is tiramisu?
You'll find out.
What is it?
You'll see.
Some woman is going to want me to do it to her, and I'm not going to know what it is.
You'll love it.
Oh, this is going to be tough. Tough. This is going to be much tougher than I thought it was.
I then, of course, had to research what tiramisu was, and come to find out it was this absolutely amazing dessert. And so glad I discovered it. And I've had some really good tiramisu at restaurants, and I've had some not so good tiramisu. But I discovered this. It's easy. I know it's not like the Italians make it, but it's a pretty close version of it. And I absolutely love, love, love this. So let's go ahead and we're going to finish adding the cream. All right, so that looks pretty good right there. Then the last step to this, prior to enjoying it, I'm using Hershey's Cocoa Special Dark. I am going to go ahead and I'm going to just sprinkle a little bit on top of this. So I'm just going to dust a little cocoa powder over the top. And after that, I'm going to stick this in the fridge and I'm going to let it set for a couple hours if we can wait that long. And then you can also store this overnight. The longer you let it set, the better. It'll help with melding all those amazing flavors together. But anyways, once this gets chilled, we will go ahead and pull it out and we'll give it a sampling. And we'll let you know if, like I said, I know what it tastes like with the mascarpone cheese, but I'll let you know how much of a difference it is with the Philly cream cheese that we used. So we'll go ahead and finish that up. That works a little bit better. Bang it on the side of the hand. And any leftover coffee you got there, you can just dip with your leftover lady fingers. Oh yeah. That's good. With a little cocoa. So we'll get that popped in the fridge. And we'll let you know how this tastes. So I have the tiramisu. I just pulled it out of the fridge. It's been sitting in there for about, I want to say at least 2 hours or so. It's always better if you leave it overnight, but it should be just as delicious right now. So let me take the plastic off. And cut into it. My niece is here now, so I'm going to have both Haidyn and my niece Stephanie give it a try. And let's see if it changed the flavor, us adding the cream cheese instead of the mascarpone cheese. All right, so girls, grab a fork. We're going to all dig in together and let's see how this tastes. Ready? Hold on, let's do it at the same time. 1, 2, 3. Oh, wait. Cheers.
Wait, oh my gosh.
Clink.
Okay.
Clink, clink. What do you think?
It tastes really good.
I think it tastes really good. But honestly, I mean, in my opinion, I think the cream cheese did totally fine. It does the job. But I really do think the mascarpone cheese probably is maybe a little bit richer. But this is really good. It's not overly sweet, but it's sweet enough. It's a perfect dessert, especially if you love coffee. So you like? You keep digging in.
It's really good.
All right. Oh, let me try it one more time.
And you can definitely taste the difference between
Mm-hmm.
the cream cheese and the mascarpone. Or
The mascarpone cheese.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Yeah. So there is a little bit of a difference between the two, but like we could not find it at the stores this time. We went shopping today and couldn't find it. So cream cheese is a good substitute, but if you can find the mascarpone cheese, go ahead and make sure you get that. But if you make it, let me know what you think. And until next time, thank you for watching.